Time seekers sought high and low for the discovery of the ancient divine language of the most secretive life form elements of existence: earth, wind, water, fire, and above all the unsolved mystery of the ether element. The Oxorak and Oxorak found an amazing finding and traveled to the ancient past of the Valley of the Kings to reveal the truths about the living embodiments universed everywhere and within everything.
Time portal initiation on my mark. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Quantum leap. Auto sequence set date for 1500 BC. Valley of the Kings, Cairo.
Ready for quantum leap.
In ancient medieval philosophy, ether was believed to be the fifth element in addition to the classic four: earth, air, fire, water. It was thought to be the substance that filled the universe beyond the terrestrial sphere, a kind of all-encompassing energy or medium for the transmission of light and other forces. In classical physics, ether was once hypothesized to be the medium through which electromagnetic waves propagate. Take it away, Oxorak.
Ether as a medium light for consciousness, the modern spiritual or metaphysical interpretation suggests that the ether could be seen as a medium through which consciousness and life are connected. If we think of ether as a universal energy or field, it could serve as a connection between the physical world, represented by DNA and biological systems, and the spiritual realm, represented by scripture and divine knowledge. This view aligns with ideas of an interconnected universe where all forms of existence are linked by fundamental energy.
Well said, Oxorak. Now let's time portal to see what are the symbolic, elemental, imaginative visuals from the 1993 Fifth Element movie and the factual ether element explanation by the great high priest of Ethiopia.
Ether is a combination of all existing gas, chemicals and elements that exist in and through nature. So 9 ether is the most potent.
Yeah. It's like a combination of all conscious and conscience gases. Yeah.
Is this unseen or seen?
Both. See, that's what I'm saying to you. Like, again, that's actually a good question, because when people say unseen, what it is things are there, but just because the eye can't see them doesn't mean they're not there. So scientifically, if you're looking at like the periodic element chart, you'll have, they will say hydrogen, H1, was the first element. This was before they knew there were things beyond hydrogen. You get it? So even in mathematics, like, you have 0, but you can have -1, -2, -3, going that way. And going this way, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can always subdivide things, yeah? So when they're dealing with like the beginning of atoms, they used to say before they had apparatus to kind of look at what they call quantum physics and subdivide atoms, they used to say hydrogen was the first element. Then you had helium. But now with technology, they were able to break down the smallest atom, and then they realized that you had quarks, zeros, biaps, you see what I mean, going that way, which is subatomic. So now they're able to use apparatus and see lighter or smaller elements beyond the hydrogen. So does that make sense? So even though they were saying it's nothing, because when you say nothing, what you're saying is no thing. The sum of things go to the right. So they will say H1 because they can sum it up. So they will say something, but people just hear SOMETHING, but it's really SUMTHING, the sum of a thing. So what is a thing? That's what I mean. So when you go lower, there's still things, which they will say no thing, or we say nothing. But if you took a cup, you have to create space within the cup or the glass, even though you're saying there's nothing there, but you created that space so you can put something in it. So that's why in Islam, for example, they say that, well, the master teacher, Partner Babianun, or Dr. Malachi Ziyul, back then he was saying that Allah created the state of nothingness to then create things. Everybody was like, that's crazy, how can you create the state of nothingness? But that was just like the example I gave about creating the space in the glass to put something in it. So what people are calling like the universe actually comes from something. And we can go into the, the planets and so on and so on as well. But yeah, so things exist in the unseen world, and people will say spirits, ghosts, and go into that realm, but they still exist.
And so it was, as the ancient discoveries of different facts about world formation that are found through various wondrous explorations, the Oxorak and Oxorak found themselves on many expeditions, awing the great findings of language, cultures, and finding historical relics to be found through time and space.
Come on, let's ride, we ride. Some people are looking for the fountain of youth, and others are looking for some kind of truth. Some people like to sit in darkness, and others like to light up the brightest moon. We got to get on to believe tomorrow is never guaranteed. It might hurt just a little bit while I'm trying to figure it out. I'm on this ride for the thrill of it, living the dream, that's what life's all about. I'm working